Oh, that sucks.
Okay.
Alright. So, last time you guys had snuck deeper into the Medusa's lair, the prison. You discovered that the giant you slew, his wife and child lived within the dungeon with him. But
Fucking oops.
you ignored that.
Wasn't there for that one.
You ignored that bit and you kept going and fought the Medusa. You ended up killing her. However, Denise and Vin are now stone, and I need both Demetari and Romney to make con saves.
I know. So I've got access to D&D Beyond only, so I don't think I'll be able to roll through.
You can still roll in D&D Beyond. We should be able to see your rolls
Okay. All right.
in D&D Beyond.
Hopefully you guys pass. Otherwise, this will be an interesting session.
It's like, I think Romney can only cast Greater Restoration twice, right? Or no, yeah, we did a long rest, so he can cast it twice.
Not if he's stoned.
Yeah.
Demetari, unfortunately, as you watch the Medusa crumple to the ground, you also solidify into a statue.
Sweet.
Womp womp.
Can I opt not to do this and just cast Greater Restoration on myself?
Hold on, I mean, I guess you could, actually. It's at the end of the save is the end of your turn, so yes, technically you could spend your turn, I believe, casting Greater Restoration.
Yeah, because if he turns to stone, we're screwed. So him not doing that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Greater Restoration is in action.
Yeah, that's going to be all the gas I got for Greater
Can I help him with a lesser restoration?
No.
Well, you should wait. I thought you had 2 Greater Restorations because we took a long rest here in the cave thing, or in the prison. Excuse me.
Right, but I burned a 5th level spell doing something else in the fight.
Oh, did you? What was
And one
that?
5th level spell slot. Yep. I don't remember.
So then we'll have to take a long rest in here then, right?
You're not missing any 5th level spells.
No, I did.
Oh, you burned a 6th level spell.
No, I didn't. I'm intentionally not burning my 6th level spell slot because I have Word of Recall.
Okay.
Moonbeam at 5th level was the one I burned.
Okay, can we carry? Because Demetari is stone. So either we stay here and take a long rest so you can get them, or we have to carry them out.
Don't forget that Greater Restoration consumes diamond dust worth 100 gold pieces.
Yep.
You should have quite a bit of. We gave you like all the diamonds, right?
Yeah, it's in my sensor. All my diamonds are in my sensor, and I'm keeping up with how much diamond I'm using.
All right, you cast the spell, and can I actually get you to roll me a con save just because I'm...
See if I would have passed it.
I want to know if you would have passed it.
He is within area of Ven, right? So he'd get the +4.
She's stone. She has no aura.
So she doesn't get it. Oh my god, he would have failed.
Good thing you did that. That was pretty smart. So, like, as the stone, like, your body is starting to freeze, you quickly trace the sigil and say the word, and then it just, like, your body, like, releases, and your skin returns to its normal tone. And you're freed from the Medusa's curse. But your party stands in a circle around the fallen Medusa, her head kind of lying against the the ground, her eyes pointed downwards. They still have this ominous yellow glow. And the snakes are kind of like writhing around her head, the crown sitting atop it.
Okay, hear me out. Is Dimitari awake?
No.
Nope, Dimitari got turned to stone. It's
So
Vin
it's
and Dimitari are both stone.
Vin and Dimitari.
I
Okay.
was gonna ask her if she could preserve the head. Damn. I don't know if any of us have like the knowledge to preserve the head though.
Could chop it off and throw it in the bag.
A bag of cooling? Do we have anything that like does your like where you keep your ingredients, does that have like a cooling effect to it? Or does somebody have the ability to cast like, ice? Because my magic mostly just brings people back to life, that's it.
Yeah, we don't want that. I don't know. I guess we can just put it in a cool bag for now, and when we put Dimitari also in a cool bag for now. And
Well,
when we revive
so
her, we can.
That's my question. Should we take a long rest? How long has it been since our last long rest?
Wasn't very long, right?
Yeah, didn't you guys just long rest in this dungeon?
Yeah.
That was like maybe an hour ago.
So I guess the question is, do we just take the statues with us? Because would they be able to travel with Word of Recall?
Statues are not creatures, so you would not be able to Word of Recall that.
What if I'm holding them?
Carrying them. There you go.
Yeah, would they then be
If you're
considered an item
carrying
on
them,
me?
then sure, I guess.
Because, like, how much does the statue weigh? Like, there's 2 of them. So, like, if we all kind of, like, are holding them when Romney does his Word of Recall.
Yeah, because things we hold go with us, don't they?
So, like, if we just, like, each of us takes, one takes the legs, the other takes the head, right? And then we do the same thing with Ben.
A full-sized human statue made of marble weighs 2,000 pounds.
I see.
It's gonna fit in a
So
bag of holding.
it might fit in a bag of holding. 2,000 pounds, bag of.
Bag of holdings, I'm pretty sure their limit is like 500.
500, I thought.
Well, Romney can take several naps until he has his spells back, right?
Yeah. So, because I'm thinking like, so
Well-
what? For strength, right? So at 10, at a 10 strength, you can carry up to 150 pounds. But that's carrying. If you're just holding it and not actually moving it.
But don't we have 2 statues, not just one?
Yeah, but like there's a bunch. There's like you, me, Javid, Romney.
I think we're just gonna have to rest down here.
Yeah,
You
you're right. I'll
know,
probably-
you know who could help you guys out potentially because they are big and strong are the wife and child of the giant. I bet they could hold a 2,000-pound statue.
I have the feeling they won't be amenable to helping the people who killed their father/husband.
You can always lie.
I am not gonna.
We
do that.
are not the kind of party that can lie.
I'm gonna hide in shame and try to get out of here as fast as we can.
Well,
before
so
we have
that's
to
the
look
thing,
in her
right?
face.
Like we have to hang out here for what, 16 hours until, because we have 7 hours until we can take a long rest at least, and then, or do we have to wait another 16 before we can take a long rest? Either way, it's going to be a full 24 hours before we get out of here. Because if we can't carry the statues out with Word of Recall, then we need to wait until Romney can take his nap.
Ah,
In the meantime, they're not hurting themselves or others by being stoned.
That's
So
true. I
we
guess we
can-
could just like pose them in fun ways and come back for them.
I mean, that just feels kind of mean, though, right? Like, I mean, we just met Vin, so we don't know how comfortable she would feel about that. And like, you
I mean,
know,
she's been stoned before, so
Yeah,
she.
we found her this way. She's gonna be fine.
all right. Well, I guess we'll look around since we don't have much else to do right now.
Are they aware of time passing when they're stoned or not?
They're not.
Yeah, we could leave them here for years and just like come back like gray bearded and stuff and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
I just stare at you, just like in a very disappointed look.
Plus-
I mean,
you're totally
I ain't
right.
trying to talk
I
to
mean,
the
if
lady
they're-
who murdered her husband.
Well, I mean, maybe we just like, I don't know, search around the Medusa, I guess, for a couple hours, and then see what else we can find.
I mean,
There's
can we
the
like
ingot we gotta
search
find.
the Medusa?
Well, the
and see if
ingot's on
there's,
her
like, an
head.
antidote?
I think Briar already took it.
You guys have not taken it yet. It is.
Oh, we haven't?
The
Oh.
snakes are coiled around the crown.
Yoink.
Yeah, Briar, maybe you should pick that up.
All right, Briar, go ahead and give me an athletics check. If you'd like to just try to grab it. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
You like grab it, the snakes are like hissing at you, and you just rip it out of their grasp and like split one of the snakes in half. It like writhes around on the ground.
Oopsie. But check it out, I got a thing.
Are you wearing it? You should so be wearing it.
When we get away from her body, yes, because it's still a little spooky. I don't.
It's
yeah,
a little
I feel
big
like
for your
that's,
head.
like, asking for bad juju. You know what I mean? But is there any way to? I guess I'm gonna look around and see if there's any kind of antidote to the stone, or maybe study the body, see if there's any way we could like unstone them.
Also
So-
look around to see if there's anything else in here. I mean, is it just a blank room? Anything on the corpse? What what are we finding here?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Well, could I word of recall them even though they're stone?
No.
Nope. They're not creatures. Well, actually, let me check.
I mean, they still are.
Damn.
Petrified doesn't turn you into an object.
Kinda does.
You're just petrified.
No, I mean, it turned you into a statue, which is an object, doesn't it?
Let me read the rules for the menu really quick.
I rolled a 0.
I don't think that's the verbiage.
Investigation.
I'm petrified.
Briar is way too focused on checking out her cool new crown made of fey steel.
It's so pretty. It
possible?
just glows.
That's really you, Briar.
I can imagine Azrael.
I guess it does say that they are still a creature because it says the restrained creature must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn, becoming petrified. And
The rules for petrified keep referring it as the creature has. So it's still a creature.
Apparently, so I looked up. So there's the website, our RPG Stock Exchange. It has rule discussions. Apparently, the consensus online is it is both a creature and an object at the same time.
yeah, so if you guys want to actually word of recall them, I'll allow it. Because the wording of petrified does say that it is still a creature.
Let's
Oh,
do
thank
that
God. Let's
after
get
we
that
search
out of the way.
around the Medusa's thing, because
Awesome.
I do want to see. I mean, obviously, Briar's crown is stunning, But I do want to see if there's anything else here of value or just information about the Medusa in general.
Right. I was just making sure we still had, like, I still have my 6th level slot, so we still can just pop smoke whenever we're done. We don't have to, like, sleep here tonight or anything.
Sounds good, Romney.
And also, if you will recall that Denise is also stoned, so just throwing that one out there.
I don't know if can we take Denise as well? Does your word of recall
It's you and 5.
you and 5? So I mean, unfortunately, we might have to leave Denise.
Damn Skippy.
We'll get her another one though, right? There's plenty of dead bodies. We'll find another one.
I am a cleric.
Yeah,
Undead things. Icky.
We can make dead things. That's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, we can.
We do that all the time.
We'll get her another another friend.
Trying really hard not to be mad at you in real life.
Sorry.
Not you, him. He's like, nah, we don't need to take Denise. What do you mean?
Well, can we put him in the bag of holding?
He's probably also, even though he doesn't. I mean, he's not a.
He's
full
not like a
human.
full human, but yeah, he probably still weighs about 1,000 pounds.
It's okay. You know, he was born and raised there, and he'll die there, I guess.
Oh, well, he's undead. We could just chop him up, put his bits and bobs in the bag of holding, and then bring him back later.
That feels
I mean-
offensive to me. That just feels really offensive.
The problem with him isn't that he is too large, it's that his mass overall is 1,000 pounds, because bags of holding do have a weight limit.
Do you think undead creatures would still have their same personalities if you kept their head and put it on a different skeleton? Body?
That also seems just sacrilegious. Just all kinds of just no. That feels like that's a line that's being crossed there.
It makes sense that the undead person of our party is getting offended by us berating undead things.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I feel like Agile definitely has some problems with, defacing corpses. Just a thing.
Probably fine.
Okay.
I could just bust him up with the frothy mug of spiritual weapon.
Let's just leave him there as a statue, okay? A tribute to our victory. How about that?
Crack a finger off, take it as a memento.
No.
Got eternity to think.
No.
Well,
Well, we're gonna leave him whole, just as he is.
That's probably
Carve little notes in the stone. Say, "Dear Denise, miss you."
Oh yeah, could you imagine somebody coming back to be like, let me revive this guy? And it's an undead. Should be like
Even
a
as
pet
a
where it's like,
statue, it's kind of obvious that he's undead. Like,
yeah.
is this a statue of an undead? You know?
Alright, so
Damn.
Javid and Azriel, you begin to kind of look around. Javid searching the Medusa. She doesn't carry anything. She's not wearing, like, pouches or any other stuff. She doesn't really have need for that sort of thing. She is... Yes. I mean, as naked as a Medusa creature can be that's half human and half snake.
I avert my eyes.
Her lower half is like a 10-foot long constrictor, so it's not like there's bits on display.
Snake bits.
Okay.
Shavid, you're so wholesome.
I thought we were averting our eyes anyway. Isn't that like the whole thing?
I think when she's dead, she can't turn you into stone.
Her eyes
Yeah,
are
I don't
still
know.
glowing
Yeah.
ominously.
I want to drink that, and I want that double.
That's why I want to keep her head. Like, I think we should preserve it and try to do something with it, but yeah, we definitely shouldn't look at it. Does anybody have anything to like cover our eyes with, or can we just bag her?
I mean, if you just throw her in the bag of holding, that covers her eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it
You
inside
reach in,
out.
she got the
Well, no, I'm not
snake-
gonna turn it inside out. I'm gonna.
I was like, what? It's gonna drop a lot of stuff.
No, I'm gonna get something else and like scoop it up and just without looking put it into the bag of holding.
Like, just her head.
Yeah, just her head.
Okay.
No one peek into the bag of holding, okay?
You lop it off and then just kind of scooch it into the bag of holding.
Yeah, we're gonna like blindly grope around in this bag from here on out, okay?
So
The
the way it
snakes are
works,
hissing as they roll inside and disappear.
I mean, the way it works is you just like you think about what you're calling, so you don't need to actually look in the bag. It just comes to you as you think about it.
Fair enough.
I just think it's funny how we took a head off of another dead body and put it in the bag of holding.
I mean, that's just like D&D in general, right? You just get statue or your trophies are the heads of the things you killed. That's just D&D.
Yeah, and it's not like somebody we know. We know Denise.
Oh, so
Denise has
pick
got a
Denise.
name.
No, don't touch Denise. Denise is fine, completely whole. No touching Denise.
All right. So, there's not anything right here, but if you guys would like to look around elsewhere in the dungeon, we can do so.
So I didn't find anything with my 17. I wasn't looking at Medusa, I was looking around in general in her, like, just the area in general, not her.
So this space down here seems to be mostly just statues. You do note, as you are looking around, that many of the statues that were older seem to be, like, cracking. They are falling apart. And this cracking is happening very quickly. You can watch little spider webbing kind of moving across the faces of the stone.
Oh, as we watch.
Oh,
Oh,
that's scary,
okay.
because that means that, like, Demetari and Ven might... We need to get them out of here. And, like, not stone.
But looking around this space, you do note that there is a stairway that ascends above into where you had seen the Medusa standing on a balcony at the top of this domed space.
Okay. Before we leave this space, the Medusa had a crossbow, right?
No, she used a longbow.
Longbow. All right, never mind. Okay, so I want to explore the staircase and see what's behind that door.
Okay. All right. You begin to ascend the staircase, wrapping yourself around the room, up some of the pillars, and into the space towards the massive ceiling above with the glowing orb. As you get to the balcony, you realize that it darts down a narrow hallway. But as you look, you can see that underneath you there are small hidden glass windows, allowing you to see the space below. The hallway ends in a door that is slightly ajar.
What do we see through the little portals?
The hallways below
Windows? So we're looking down into the space we came up from. Is that it?
you. Yes.
Okay. So we can look down and see what the situation is with statues coming back to life and that sort of thing.
Pretty much.
I don't think they're coming back to life. I think they're crumbling and dying. Does it look like the statues are crumbling and dying, or does it look like the people are coming back to life?
They look like they're falling apart.
Oh. Okay. I thought they were falling out from the...
Yeah, that's bad. We need to get these
Medusa's
guys.
Yeah, because that
curse
makes me
and
worry about
resurrecting.
Ven, especially since she was stoned before. Like, we want to make sure we turn our friends back to not stone before they crumble and die.
Peeping through the gap at the ajar door, What do
You see what
beyond?
appears to be a large room that has been repurposed into a bedroom of sorts. It is quite cozy. There are rugs and pillows and other such things adorning the space. There are great wooden cupboards and benches and other things, well carved, ornate, dark wood. The walls are covered in tapestries and painting. You as well notice bowls lining much of the space that shimmer. It seems to be the Medusa's hoard.
Okay. Um,
You know, we killed her. We might as well steal from her too.
sure, sure.
Is it
Um,
stealing though? I feel like it's just cleaning up.
I mean, it's technically not ours, so you know,
It's not
if
hers
it's-
either. She's
Does-
dead.
does
So we're
looting
just
make you
gonna-
feel better? Is that word more comforting for you?
I still like to think of it as cleaning up for the next resident, you know? The current one moved on to worse places, and we're just helping clear it out for the next person, you know?
and if we've got to beat some rugs to death before they bite us, then so be it. Yes, taking care not to um, disturb any rugs that might have been the Medusa's pet floor biting. I'm going to enter the room, start to look at what's on the walls and in particular what's in the shimmering bowls.
All right. As you stride through the room and look about, you notice small carved figurines of beautiful stone. The bowls seem to be filled with gems and gold and other coins.
Are there diamonds?
Uh, there are not any diamonds that you can find.
Unfortunate.
But are you guys just taking everything pretty much?
Yeah, everything that's not nailed down and that we can carry.
I'm going to poke things with my quarterstaff and make sure that they don't bite.
Nothing here seems to bite. However,
Come on, baby. Cursed plate mail.
you do find, tucked away in one corner, in front of what appears to be a very strangely formed mirror, there are 1,900 gold pieces, 6,000 silver pieces, 700 copper pieces, 2 turquoise animal figurine boxes, a brass mug with jade inlay, a carved ivory statuette, a golden bird cage with electrum filigree, a silver necklace with a gemstone pendant, a gold ring set with bloodstones, a large, well-made tapestry, 2 potions, a magic ring, and a spell scroll.
I am
What are the
recording all this in the party inventory right now, so just so everyone knows.
What are the potions?
I generally don't let you guys know what the potions are until you have identified them.
Or
Oh,
drink
okay.
them.
I mean,
Or
if
drink them.
that's the way. Okay. I take a sip. I want to know.
Alright, well, okay. One of them's a potion of heroism, and the other one's a potion of superior heal.
Ugh. That one tastes like poop. I always like to imagine superior healing potions just taste really bad, like a really strong medicine.
They have like a troll's fingernail or something like that in them, if I remember right. Like the way you make them, it's pretty disgusting.
Demetari, maybe you want to take a peek at the scroll and see if that's something of interest to you.
Demetarius
I look at
stone.
Javid like he's crazy because he's talking to a statue.
That's right.
I
You
I
left
think we'll just
Demetari
keep it
behind,
with
didn't
the
you?
party inventory, and when Demetari is not stone, we'll ask her if she wants it.
What about the ring? Uh, let's see.
Is there a cup, like a mug, like she would have used, like just a cup?
Yeah, there's a mug.
Not like in the hoard, like on the table, like she was having an afternoon tea and there's a cup.
Oh, I mean, the brass... There's 2 brass mugs.
Oh, definitely taking her cup. I need a new beer mug.
All right. So this looks like a living space. So it's a large room. I guess it's got uh, bed and table and whatever a Medusa would work on, or knitting, that sort of thing. Are there any other exits to the room? Do we just the one entrance and doesn't appear to go further?
It does not. It does appear to be a living space. On one of the tables, you can see a plate with a half-eaten fish.
How long's it been since we've eaten?
I mean, you guys just took a long rest like an hour ago.
We
Okay.
ate when we got up. You made us a delicious breakfast.
Oh, I have no memory. Okay. Thank you.
Tapestry, does it appear to be, depicting anything in particular? Famous battles or um, the lives of the monsters, or
Go ahead and give me a history check. It does look like it's got a bunch of little figures on it. Maybe it's a battle, but you're not really sure if you recognize any. It is unclear.
Mm.
It is rather ornately woven. It's covered in trees and other kind of beautiful things.
is there writing on it?
No. They don't typically write on tapestries.
Yeah, you do. Bio tapestry's got lots of writing.
This tapestry is more modern than that one.
Let's see. We don't have anybody who's awake who could look for magic in apart from the ring in the spell scroll and the
I mean, well, Briar can sense. She has that like little detect magic thing, so she could sense the type of magic. But if we just sit with it for an hour, we should be able to figure out what it is. The ring.
Mhm.
Let me just do the detect thing because people are starting to crumble, remember?
Yeah, but we still gotta have a long rest before we can make them not stone. Unless we know somebody who has. I guess just Romney. Do we have any cleric friends that are like not Romney that like? You know, maybe we can take them to, so we don't have to wait for Romney to take a nap.
Oh, I made some
No,
cleric friends. I don't know how strong they are. They should be able to help out as long as we give them the diamond.
What about? So where's your word of recall go?
To Cleric Mountain.
Okay, so yeah, maybe we could. There's a lot of clerics there.
Yeah, when I went up there and set up the temple to Yandala, I set up my sanctuary up there. So
Okay, yeah. So I guess we could wait to figure out what the ring is then, because you're right. We don't want crumbling statues.
they're just falling into crumbles and dust. They're not reanimating.
That's the problem. We don't want our friends to become dust.
Well, if
I
we
go
switch
look
them
back.
up
I
and
gotta go back to our friend
Javid's like,
statues.
I don't
How
see
do
your
they look?
point.
Yeah, go back to our friendly statues. How do they look? They look like they're starting to not
You
do so great.
mean Vin and Demetari?
Yes.
They look okay. Give me an investigation.
I'm just trying to get there.
Looks like you rolled a 3.
No, he rolled a 16. The 3 is Javid's history.
On my end, and I rolled it for him. I mean, I wish it was a 16. If it shows up as a 16, I'm not gonna question it.
Well, weird. So yeah, we could go with a 3. It's
Okay,
weird because
okay.
I'm in
The game
the
log I see 2
boundary.
rolls.
Yeah, and it looks like it logged both of them. But yeah, we'll go with the 3, I guess.
Okay.
The first one's 15 though.
They look fine. They don't look like... It doesn't look like Vin or Demetari are beginning to crack. You can tell that the statues that are cracking are very old. They are beginning to fall apart. You watch as like one of them, like a finger, just like falls off and lands on the ground and dissolves. All right. With Brian detecting magic up in the hoard of the Medusa, other than the ring, the spell scrolls, and the potions that you have already collected, there is nothing else magic here. with the exception of the mirror that is set into the wall. It is a very large mirror, and you note it is abjuration magic.
Yeah, what's abjuration magic? That's the feeling I'm getting from this thing.
Is that another portal into the...
Abjuration is like protection magic.
Oh, maybe so she can't turn herself to stone while looking at herself.
Well, it was very insightful.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense because, you know, she probably wants to see her own beauty.
Has anybody poked it? See if they can put their hand in it?
Why don't you go do that, Romney?
I'm not there.
Oh, you left.
I'll poke it with my quarterstaff, give it a little tap.
It is a solid
Poke it with a
mirror.
stick.
Poke it with a stick.
That tends to work out okay.
Poke it with a stick.
And you say it's set in the wall. So
Yes.
there's not a peeking behind it or
No,
taking
it
off
is.
the
It
wall.
is like built within the wall.
Are we muted?
Does it look like something that could be invoked, like you say, something magic to it, and it does something, or let's see, it's protective, right? So probably blows you up if you try to use it in some way.
You would probably have to spend an hour attuning to it if you wanted to learn about it.
I really feel like, you know, her being able to see herself in the mirror and not turn herself into stone is probably the magic. But we don't really have an hour to play with this thing, because I remind you, there are our friends who are stone who might not last very long as stone now that we killed the Medusa.
They're not the ones falling apart. It's the old ones falling apart.
Well,
They're fresh
we don't,
stone.
but we don't know how long. We don't know how long, right? It starts with the old ones, but we don't know how fast. It could be, 2 hours.
Gives us an hour to spare.
Well, we still gotta find somebody who could turn them into not stone.
I'd rather get on out of here, y'all.
I'm very worried about our friends not, making it as stone for very long.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
Pick up anything that looks valuable and get on out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. That's my vote.
All right. You finish grabbing the last of the Medusa's coins, just dumping them into the bag of holding. And you make your way back down to the other statues, joining up with Romney. And Romney, are you going to cast Word of Recall?
I'm gonna pull a bottle of liquor out of my backpack. I'm gonna pour everybody some. I'm gonna be like, this is part of the spell. We have to take shots and then we can go.
Wait, but they can't take, the statues can't take shots.
It's fine. I already figured it out. And then I pour a shot on each of their heads.
Okay.
Boom, bam. Everybody drops them, and Word of Recall back to Cleric Mountain.
All right, everyone shoots the shot, and then you just like... Oh, how's that spell?
Did you double fist yours?
Oh, obviously. The guy who
What
cast the
is
spell
your
thinks
word
you-
of recall, Romney? What word do you say? What's your safe word?
Frothy.
Everyone finishes the shot. It is very strong. You're all grimacing. And then Romney says frothy, and just with like the blink of an eye, you are standing in the mid-morning sun at the top of what is it, Mount K.
How potent are these shots? Should we be rolling Constitution saves?
Yes. Everyone roll con save.
Yeah. I choose to fail.
You can't, unfortunately.
I give a mighty burp.
Yes, Briar gives a mighty burp. It is a rather spicy shot. Azrael and
I
Javid.
choose to fail.
It's very woozy. I just lay down. It's too much. It's too woozy.
Yeah, after the whole night of like being in the Medusa's lair underwater, you guys are, like you've eaten a good breakfast, but that was an hour ago before you exerted yourself. So like you get that immediate kind of like tipsiness from the shot. Briar doesn't notice it at all.
$5 somewhere, am I right?
All right, and yes, you're standing on Mount Kale. Where would you have put your word of recall?
It would have been around the shrine to Yandala. They don't have like an actual temple, but I built a shrine up there.
Okay. So, kind of tucked away in one of the little wooded spots at the top of the mountain where it's been like leveled, there's this impromptu shrine you can see was assembled by Rom. A couple of little candles around it that have been snuffed out by the evening dew. You can hear beyond the bushes and tree line sounds of folks kind of milling about on the mountain.
So we don't see any immediate people in our vicinity. Is that correct?
Correct. There's not really anybody else right here.
Romney, where are your cleric friends?
Yeah. I'll go get them. I go find a buddy that I had talked to while I was up there setting up the shrine. Kevin, we'll call him.
All right. Romney disappears as the 5 of you, 2 of you being statues, are waiting in this small clearing created by Rom. He returns a few moments later with a rather unassuming who is wearing a he is wearing red robes. He kind of rounds the corner and looks at this party, the 2 statues, and hello everyone. My name is Kev.
Yeah.
Can you save our friends?
I could not. Personally, I have not been trained well enough to do some of the things that I understand that Romney can do. But I do know of someone who...
Can you go get them? Like, now?
Yes, I'll go...
Then
And the human kind of scurries off away from you.
Did you explain the immediacy of our situation, Romney? Because he's
so you're
moving
gonna
with
be
a lot
mad.
of urgency.
So you're gonna be mad. I was talking to him about the beer.
All right. A few minutes pass. You do note on the statues of your 2 compatriots that, spider web fine little cracks are beginning to appear on them.
Kev, you need to move. Where's your friend?
As you're kind of like looking out of this clearing, you're shouting. You can see people that are like walking along the path towards the temples are looking around, kind of confused, like where's this shouting coming from? But then they ignore it and just keep going, up or down the steps.
Do I
But
see?
as you're watching, rounding the corner of one of the temples is the human, and then a much shorter, stouter individual with a very short, kind of trimmed beard, long, flowing brown hair. The two of them scurry over to where you guys are.
Save them! Save them!
Please? Good Lord, manners, woman.
They're dying!
Oh,
The short individual who rounds the corner, you realize is a female dwarf. She is wearing a kind of like purplish looking robe with a golden trim on it. She looks very well kept. Her beard is nice and trim. She looks up and down the two statues and I recognize this. You ran afoul of a Medusa then, is it? I can save. However, it will be costly.
I mean, I have the diamonds if you can do the spell.
I'll need... the services of our temple do not come cheap, especially with something such as this. I can complete the spell, but I will require payment beyond the diamonds.
So I have 1,000 gold piece diamond. Can you cast it twice and keep the change?
Very well. And the dwarf begins to cast the spell, tracing a sigil, saying some holy words in Dwarvish. And with a wave of her hand, Demetari, your stone dissolves, and you're kind of standing there, suddenly in a new spot, no longer looking over the fallen Medusa.
Azrael immediately starts medicine, trying to make sure she's okay. She's in whole. There's no wounds. There's no spider cracks. She's not bleeding.
It seems that when the stone was removed from her, she was fine.
I'm just gonna yawn and stretch. Man, oh, I slept like a rock.
The dwarf takes the diamond you gave her, and she kind of further just crushes it in her hand, sprinkles a little bit more of the dust, says a few more of the words, and then similarly is freed from her petrification. The dwarf kind of turns towards your party and with a bow. If there is nothing else you need from me, I will return to my duties. I understood that this was urgent, so I came. But my name is Nazva Frozenbranch, if you should need me further.
You want a shot before you go? You good?
I'm all right, but thank you.
She's a cleric of which god?
She is a cleric. That's a good question. Hold on.
I'm gonna hug my friends.
All right, they give you guys a big hug in celebration of defeating the Medusa and being saved.
Brian, now that you've got all your Fey steel assembled, what are you going to do to make yourself a badass sword?
Well, we have a date in what is the dwarf town?
No, it's here. I thought
It's here?
the guy was here. Yeah, that's why we came here in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah.
that's true. Okay.
With the master craftsman, the Elysium. What was the name?
His name is Pacus Ladra, and he works at the Elysian Anvils.
Yeah, Patrick Glaze. Yeah.
Well, we got a date at the bottom of this mountain, so we gotta get it.
Because he's the one who told us where the agate was, and he said that if you get the agate, he can give you, or he can bring this, or put the sword back together.
Charge!
The the dwarf has hanging around her neck a large chain which depicts 2 crescent moons facing each other atop a 4-pointed star. And if you'd like to know what that is, you can give me a religion check.
Would I just offhandedly know?
I'll give you it with advantage.
If you don't get it, you gotta guess.
Azio has no clue. Gods aren't really her thing.
Oh no, I was talking about our buddy.
Well, Romney. It seems like Romney knows. So
What'd you get,
I
Rom?
want a very confident guess.
looks like
Romney
he
with
got
a 19. Romney, you would know that this is Arathis, the god of civilization and peace.
You know, it makes more sense why she didn't want to drink. Them damn civilized folk.
I mean, there's a lot of civilized folks that drink. I think drinking is just, all around. Civilized, uncivilized, everyone just drinks.
I'll drink to that. I'll take another shot.
Okay. Give me a con save. All right. With your party restored, Nazva has returned to her business. Kev-An is standing next to you. So, where were you guys?
Doing sketchy shit.
It was not sketchy. We were in an elven prison, underwater, retrieving an ingot for our friend so she can get a really cool sword. That's not sketchy.
Did all the killing.
Kind of sketchy.
That's pretty sketchy.
Kind of
Well,
sketchy.
to be fair, there was a Medusa who apparently was wreaking havoc, so we did a good thing.
And a giant. We killed it.
Oh my god.
I mean,
so
we tried to not kill the giant. He attacked us. That was self-defense.
Yeah, well, tell that to his kid.
Yeah, did you guys help them before you left?
No. No. It's probably better that they don't know. You know what? Ignorance is bliss.
But they're in an underwater cave, and surely they'll run out of rations at some point.
I mean, they seem pretty self-sufficient.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
I mean, making sure that you didn't die was way more important to me.
It wasn't that bad. I don't understand what Ben was so stressed about.
The statues, the other ones, they turned to not statues and just stone.
Like dust, like crumpled.
I'll be right back.
So it was really important to make sure that didn't happen to you. Much more important than talking to a giant. I'm just saying.
Well, I appreciate you not letting us fall apart externally. I'm assuming Ben is really going through it, having that happen to her for the second time.
Yeah, is she having a panic attack in the corner or something?
Ben is just kind of looking around. She's looking at the city that presumably has changed quite a bit since the last time she was here.
Was it 100 years you said that she had been?
I think we said 200, but I don't remember. It's been a while. Long enough that the city looks very different. What's that? You've gone robot. Yes, R2-D2 over there is doing something.
To the sword.
To the sword. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna put a briar sword together.
All right. To the sword. Down the mountain. The 6 of you go.
Where is it?
Heading in that direction. You. In the mid-afternoon, arrive at the Elysian and the large space filled with dozens of smiths, the ringing of hammers on steel, the sounds of the forges themselves, the like roaring flame. As you enter the space, kind of the 6 of you look around for a moment, and then like darting out from behind something really quick is the little Eladrin Smith. And he is in his springtime form currently. He looks quite green, some yellow, a number of flowers across his in his hair. Well, do you have it?
I do. I'm gonna be like super giddy, like take it out of my bag without looking in the bag.
Oh, excellent. And he takes the crown, kind of looks it over. Interesting. Where did you find it? What? Someone had turned it into a crown, I see.
Oh, that means I can't keep it. Damn. Can I wear it just for a second?
Okay, sure. And he gives it back.
While I'm explaining to him everything that happened, I'm just gonna wear the crown and like look at all of the reflective things while telling him the whole story.
The crown is huge on your head. It is, for a normal-sized creature, or slightly larger than that. And it it kind of like sits down like across your face, and then like it wants to fall down onto your shoulders. But you're like propping it up as you're telling the story. And Pacus is very excited, kind of watching you with glee as you relay the story of how you entered an underwater fortress prison, slew a Medusa, claimed the crown, and returned to him with some of your party being turned to stone. And he's just very excited by the whole thing. But at the end of it, you return the crown to him, and he says, you may follow me if you wish to watch me work.
Did he know about the Medusa down there or not tell us?
Make an insight check. You get the impression that he's not surprised by the Medusa necessarily, but you can kind of tell by the look on his face that he's a little bit surprised by the Medusa.
Like he thought it was dead.
He probably thought it was dead.
Okay.
But he takes the ingot and he kind of heads back towards this like kind of central space in the back of the room. There's this like massive arched walkway, doorway that you can see through, and there's this master forge on the other side. And he like heads over. He's got some of his like apprentices that start stoking the flames. The fire starts roaring out of it. He takes the other 2 ingots that you guys had already given him, and he starts immediately melting them down and like kind of like working with them, hammering them.
I'm gonna be at his elbow like the whole time, like really trying not to get into his way, but way too overeager.
Okay.
You know.
He appears to have a mold for a sword ready, but if you would like him to turn it into something else, he maybe could.
No, I want to keep her the way she's supposed to be.
Okay. As he's hammering, like in the orange glow of the fire, you note that he seems to change himself. He adopts this like fiery red complexion, and he kind of transfers to his summer form. He's filled with this like internal drive to complete this masterwork.
Have a quick question. How many of us have enough familiarity with Eladrin to know that this is a thing they do?
You guys can all make nature checks.
I think that a what elf would know what an Eladrin elf ought to
I mean,
be like?
Briar, I'll give you advantage. You can re-roll that 6.
Yeah, because Eladrin are from the Fae.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would say 18. Briar, you would just know this is what Eladrin are. You're from the same place as them. You've met them before. You know that they, like, based on their emotions, they change forms. Essentially, they've got different complexions and colors, and that these like looks to them. Because when you guys met him the other day, I believe he was in his winter form.
yeah.
So he was very dour and unexcited about that. And now he's in his summer form. So when you guys told him you were going to have him make a master sword, he went to spring because he was excited. And now he's driven and he's in his summer form. Javid, you probably would not know that the Eladrin do that. Azrael, I'll say that you do know that this is a thing that they do. You've probably read about them, in your centuries of life. Romney, no idea. Demetari, you do know this. You read this in a book sometime. And it was a rather elaborate explanation of like, it was an intricate treatise on the Eladrin. It covered their different forms, research into each one. It divulged like what kind of things you can do to get an Eladrin to change forms for different outcomes in interacting with them. It was it was like somebody wrote their PhD on it and you read the whole thing. All right.
Don't mind the wizard being a nerd.
On brand.
I'm
Just
just
on
so
brand.
content with that like, I'm just happy that everyone else is happy right now.
I hope you're like whisper yelling, narrating this whole thing as he's doing it.
You're like explaining to us like why and how he's changing forms and like, like Briar's like, oh, I've seen this before. Adam's like, oh, that's interesting. I heard about that. And you're like, yeah, it's because of like, their chemical makeup and how their emotions. And it's just like, that's really nice that you know that.
Yeah. Demetari's like dropping knowledge on you, and she's explaining stuff, but like the base level of knowledge required to understand what she's talking about is not there for most of you. She's discussing some like arcane information about how elves work, and the rest of you were like, sure.
Yeah, I heard a story about that once. Yeah.
All right.
I don't even notice that you guys don't care.
Well, I'm happy you're happy. How about that? It's good for you.
All right. He's not listening at all.
It takes a while. Pakris is working on the sword for hours. Pretty much most of the rest of the afternoon into the evening. But he's like hammering it. He's quenching it. He's like reforging it. He's hardening it. And the thing is,
as this is happening?
Yeah, you can talk to him while it's happening. As he's assembling...
No, the sword.
Oh, the sword. Sure.
Like, it's happening, Dawn. It's happening.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited. Oh, we can kill so many bad guys again.
We're gonna be so great together.
We're gonna be so good. What's the first thing we're gonna do? Where are we gonna go?
We're gonna avenge some deaths or something. I don't fucking know. It's gonna be great though.
Thank goodness.
What do you want to do? It's been a while since you've gotten to cut things up.
I don't know. When I kill like a demon or something.
Ooh, that's a little spooky, but okay, we can try.
We used to be so good at killing demons.
Well, hey, I mean, I could learn from you, I guess.
Hey, that's good. I've got 3 arrows of demon slaying.
As Pakis is assembling the sword, you realize that Dawn is fucking huge. This sword is like taller than you are now.
Yes. Dawn, you look great.
I'm so excited. All right. He finishes forging the blade, and you watch as he starts kind of like sharpening it, and then he's like working on this like engraving filigree into it. You can see he's like setting this like gold filigree into the fuller of the blade, and he's like wipes some sweat off, and he's like, just hold on to this for a second. Let me take a quick 5-minute break. I gotta go get some water. And he hands you the sword, and as you take Dawn from him, you realize the sword is incredibly light. It is taller than you are, but you can just like lift it and wave it with ease.
I'm like, just giggling uncontrollably the whole time I'm swinging this thing around.
So did your sword wake up?
Oh, we've been talking. She's doing all right.
Okay.
Anything you want to tell the guys?
I don't know. I'm excited to kill things with you guys.
She says she's excited to kill things with us.
Oh,
And that
good.
makes 2 of us.
You want to go hunting later? We can go hunting for wicked people.
Yeah, let's kill some wicked people.
She's all in. Can everybody else hear her now? Or just me still?
Just you. Alright, so you are
Okay.
a good aligned Fae. You can attune to the Greatsword, and you can have the Awakened Dawn Arm of the Wild. So the traits of the blade: you can now speak, read, write, Celestial, Elven, Sylvan. You gain the benefits of a belt of Fire Giant strength. When you hit people with the blade, you deal an additional 2d8 radiant damage, and you have resistance to spell damage.
Yes. It's fucking awesome.
Alright, Packus comes back and he takes Dawn from you, and he finishes like adding some more filigree to it. Yes, your strength
How do I
score is
make
now
her-
25.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Um,
god, she
how
can
do-
carry a statue at that point.
Nice. How do I make her not dormant in my inventory?
Hold on, I gotta add the awakened one to your inventory.
Oh, okay. That's right. Let's just assume I know how to change nothing.
Alright, so you are attuned and wielding
When we
Dawn.
attune, can it be like the noise when you get the great sword in Zelda? The Sword of Time.
I don't know that sound, the sound, but sure.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Is this just a forge, or is it also a magic item shop?
It's technically just a forge, but why? What would you like?
There's a specific magic item I want to look for.
Okay.
I want a portable hole.
I could say you could wander off while this is happening. I mean, like, you guys have been... This smithing process takes a while. I mean, he's working very quickly with it. He's got all his, like, assistants helping him. But it does take a fair amount of time for him to do. So you could, like, wander off and go see if you could buy a portable hole.
Yeah. I want a portable hole. I don't know if I have any money, though.
I mean, we just did loot some stuff, so let me see what the ledger is at. So in total in our group fund, we have like 3,000 gold pieces, 6,000 silver pieces, 1,000 copper pieces, a bunch of gems still, some jewelry. So I guess we could split that up. Like we could divide out the 6,000, you know, so like what is that, 3,600 and some odd. So if we want to divide that out, that's like 500 apiece, right? 6 people.
I will say that you would go ahead and give me a. I'll take a performance check from you, Romney, to see how easy it is for you to go and buy a magic item portable hole.
Sorry.
I'll say you could go and potentially purchase one from someone. However, the seller is marking it up by a considerable margin. The pole that he is offering to you is going to cost you 9,000 gold pieces.
Holy shit. Never
Yeah,
mind.
we do not have enough money in the party fund, even if we took the whole party fund for that.
Damn, portable holes were that rare? I thought they were simple.
They are rare magic.
Damn. I thought they were uncommon. That's rough. That's a lot of money.
I mean, he like really gouged you on, which you would probably know. But all right.
I need a portable hole. I have a portable brewing place. Start making road beers.
For those of you who are hanging out in the smithy, you would have been able to take a short rest at a minimum, and you would have been able to identify Demetari at a minimum. That the spell scroll is a spell of summon celestial, and the ring is a ring of shooting stars.
Whoa.
I don't know what the second one means, but Summon Celestial sounds cool.
Go to this. And then up where it says spells, go to items. And type in shooting star.
Yeah, so while wearing this ring in dim light or darkness, you can cast dancing lights and light from the ring at will. So probably either Briar or Demetari. In addition, it has 6 charges of the following properties: recharges 1d6 per day. Fairy fire, ball lightning. Yeah, it looks like those are just the 2 spells. But yeah, I would go with Demetari. Demetari should be wearing that ring. That's very magic-y.
Yeah. Got daylight already and stuff like that. So.
Well, hang on. Now that Briar can speak Celestial, would it not make sense for her to have the Summon Celestial scroll?
So anyone who wants to cast that spell and it's not in their spell book is going to have trouble casting it.
Yeah, I feel like you're
I
the
don't
only
do
one that
magic
could
at
cast
all,
the
so.
spell. I mean, you could cast it with Briar,
Oh, got
and she can talk to the Celestial. But really, when it comes to like magic-y stuff, that's kind of your domain.
Casting some dancing lights, willy nilly.
No, I feel like dancing lights, like pretty lights, really does seem like your thing.
All right, sweet. Well, thanks.
All right, so you're tuning to it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you now have a ring of shooting. Yeah, you can cast ball lightning. You can make people explode.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
And shooting stars. You can launch glowing motes of light to a point you can see within 60 feet of you, and each creature within 15 feet cube originating from that point must make a DC 15 dex save or take 5d4 fire damage. Holy cow, the ball lightning can deal 4d12 damage.
Hell yeah.
Are you having regrets yet?
No, it's fine.
It fits in your wheelhouse, so it makes a lot of sense.
All right. The sword is completed. This ornately carved great sword is returned to you. It is brand new, gleaming. The blade itself has been sharpened to a razor's edge. And Dawn is ready to kill some baddie.
I'm gonna, like, with tears in my eyes, tell her she looks beautiful.
Thank you. If a sword could blush, she would.
Do you feel different?
I feel like I'm a millennia younger, you know?
Well, you look it, dear. So let's go
When
kill some guys. You ready?
when Briar attunes to it, does it get kind of like does Dawn take on more of a buggy look to kind of match Briar?
The blade does look like it has been crafted to kind of resemble Briar. It has this like iridescent sheen to it, like her wings, all along the handle, and it's this like kind of purple color inlaid into the blade itself.
That's awesome.
And yes, if you can exalt the blade, you'll gain the benefits of a belt of cloud jump. So your strength score would become 27. And
Dude, that's dope.
you gain the benefits of bracers of defense. So that's a +2 to your AC. And once per day, you can regain 10 HP at the start of your turn while raging.
Man, I'm never gonna remember this stuff, but I'm gonna do my best. Let me see. Okay. So how do I reflect the strength score?
It should it did it all.
Okay.
If you refresh your page, you should see that you are wielding Dawn, and if you make an attack roll with her, you'll roll 2d6 and 2d8 +7.
Yes. Beautiful. I love it.
And you have a 25 strength.
Yes. That's gonna be awesome.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and think about where we want to go next, and then let's take a quick break. Now that we have restored Dawn, she is a real sword finally after a year and a half of playing.
Yes.
Do we level up? You know, because we like killed the Medusa, got Briar her sword. Like,
No.
you know, is that no? Okay.
Good try. All right. So, I will let you guys take a long rest. You've spent the afternoon doing things, waiting for the sword to get fixed. Late in the evening, Dawn is repaired and returned to Briar. And the next morning, what would you guys like to do?
So we don't have to do it immediately, but before we leave the city, I want to go back and talk to the fortune hunters because we did kill the Medusa, and I'm curious if it was still, on their books because it was never killed, and we did the job.
And you have the head.
So, and we have the head. So,
Oh,
I would like to get paid
Demetari.
for that.
Demetari. Hey, so I have a head in my bag. Can you make it not rot?
Uh, absolutely. I can't believe no one's asked me to do this sooner. Hell yeah, bring the head out.
Okay, so don't look it in the eyes, because I think that's bad still. But yeah, so here it is. Is it still fresh?
Fresh enough. The snakes have stopped writhing.
Can I, reach my hands towards the head, close the eyelids, and then just, my first thing I'm gonna do for preservation is to seal the eyelids closed.
Well, I kind of want to use it as a weapon if we can.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Because the magic of the eyes still works currently. Like, you could probably turn someone to stone with it now if you wanted to.
Could we take the eyes out and put them on like a shield or something? A petrifying shield?
I can see Briar putting one on the hilt of her sword.
Oh, that would be dope.
Look at it! Look at it!
Do I know if, when you take off the eyes, will they still be functional?
Make a medicine check. You'll be able to tell that if you remove the eyes, they probably won't work as well anymore.
Alright, guys, I think the snakes have something to do with it, like the head, the snakes and the eyes. There's like a whole sciencey thing behind it, but I won't bore you. So yeah, I guess we'll start preserving the head. If anyone's standing around me, you bet your ass I'm teaching. And I'm like, oh my, so this is how you want to properly preserve skin. So you want to take this solution and then apply it first, not before this other solution, okay? Then it's going to rot away. And I'm just going to keep it on until I assume everyone walks away from my
Well, so as she's teaching, I want to try to take some of the solution and put it on my own skin and see what it does. Because Azrael thinks she's undead, so she's gonna will this make me live longer?
It kind of burns when you put it on. It's basically poison.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Azrael thinks she's undead.
Well, she doesn't really talk. So here's the thing. She does. She hasn't really had a conversation with other people about this. So this is more of Azrael's doing this. You're gonna just see her walk up and Demetari will set something down, and Azrael kind of play with it, and then maybe put it on her hand or something or her arm. But she's not really telling anyone why she's doing this. I'm just saying this to inform everybody and the DM why she's kind of the logic behind it is because in Azrael's mind she thinks she's undead. She's technically not, but that's what Azrael thinks. So
do I see her doing this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You watch her take some of it and...
That's not for... That's only for things who don't breathe, and I know you do it slowly, but it still counts. You put it down. Put it down. One of
I'll
those is
just
mercury. It's gonna absorb in your skin, and you're one of the only sane people in our party. Don't.
just put it back down.
Yeah. This is a look, don't touch.
All right, can
The
I
whole
get?
time I'm watching this, I'm just like gagging. Like, oh yeah, that's very interesting. Ooh.
Is anyone helping her do this?
I can help her, I guess. Yeah.
I guess I'll like hold the snakes back, and she's like,
Can I get you to give me a medicine check with advantage?
Are you asking that of Briar?
No, Demetar.
Sorry, that's a silly question. All right.
A 24. All right. You are able to fully preserve the head, and you're pretty sure it will last a very long time. I will let you use it as a. It will count as a magic item, and as an action, you can present it towards creatures in a 15-foot zone, and they all have to make DC 18 con saves or begin to petrify.
That's dope. Can I get something out of my disguise kit to make a blindfold for her, so we can maybe use as a free action remove the blindfold, and then whoever's wielding the head, good to go.
counterpoint, sunglasses.
Okay, yes, okay.
You said that was a 15-foot cone?
Yeah, 15-foot cone, DC 15 is what I'll say it is, because the magic's not as strong as the actual Medusa, and hers is a little bit higher than that.
But
Yeah, we're gonna slide down the sunglasses. It's gonna be dope.
the sunglasses came out of the disguise kit though, so they got like a fake nose on them too.
You just have to say perish when you do it. You have to like slide down the glasses and be like perish.
I love that idea though. I want to see. I wish. Does anyone draw here? Because seeing a Medusa head with one of those funny disguise kit sunglasses with the eyebrows and the nose would be great.
There's a name
Think about
for
getting
it.
Chris
Oh,
on it.
Oh, so I am not carrying around this head. I know I love undead bodies, but it's kind of heavy. So anybody else wanting, um, you know, gag humor Medusa?
Well, I mean,
Does somebody- I could
Vin
definitely
was petrified by her for 200 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she might like it.
We'll give it to Vin.
She could like strap it to her back so she can just kind of swing it around.
Oh yeah, ultimate revenge. That's sweet. I like it.
Yeah. Hey, so as a note, we're starting to run light on diamonds, so we might want to consider trading up and getting more at some point.
We have more than enough. So I put in Medusa fake nose sunglasses in the binge, and it's kind of or the Bing, what is it? Bing image creator. Let's see if I can drop this in the. It's not quite what I was imagining, but it's something.
Yeah, there's just a dead Medusa's head, like dangling from Vin's back, and it's got sunglasses on it.
Not quite what I wanted, but you know, it's still in beta, so.
She looks like she could be a logo for something. Smoke shop.
A dispensary.
Yeah.
Get stoned with us.
Oh, that's perfect.
All right.
Jesus.
What would you guys like to do now? I guess now would be the time to start determining where you guys want to go next in the campaign, because we are at a point. So we do want to go talk to the fortune hunters and turn in the Medusa kill.
So there's a couple of different angles, right? So we can. Originally, we came here to find Mr. Prince, but Snow took the mirror to Mr. Prince, said he had to do something. We could try to track down Snow. Maybe he went to the Everholt Institute. We could check in on Mr. Prince and see where he is, because I think Romney can talk to him. We could just straight go after Soul Forager. Definitely feeling that one. We could also go and try to find Onyx's body. Another choice. I can't think of, those are the main ones that I can think of anyways. We could also go after the dragon, I suppose. The prince or the warden, because we know she's involved. Maybe find more about who's leading, the person that Javid saw them both talking to. So I guess that's another option we could go and do. I vote go after Snow or go after Soul
Didn't you
Forger.
guys?
Those are my two options, or my two votes. I don't know how anyone else is feeling.
I'm always in the mood to.
Well, didn't you guys tell
Fortune
me a
Day.
story that one time about a giant robot?
Giant robot.
Yeah, my floating rocks and stuff.
Oh,
I
is that
still
the
have
one
no
that like destroyed the city and you guys like
single-handedly took it
dismantled
down.
it? Yeah.
It was a total accident.
Yeah,
I
but
don't tell anybody else.
would it talk more about the robots and use them against the Astrinian forces?
Um, we could definitely go back to that city. I don't quite remember where it was. It was when we were trying to. It was somewhere in the mountains, I think. We could definitely go back and see if we can find more about the robots, but I mean, it's an option, yeah.
I want some of our more research attuned friends to look into the pillar in the desert. I still want to know what the fuck that was.
Oh yeah, the dragon skin.
Yeah. Because we knew the obsolescence thingy. We knew that. So what we know about it, I mean, we could go to the Everholt Institute, right? Like, we think Snow might have gone there, or at least that's what Azrael thinks, right? Because Snow took the mirror. We know he's part of the Everholt Institute. We didn't trust that other guy that was part of the Everholt Institute. We could go to the Everholt Institute, find out about the robots, the pillar, because we know the obelisk thing is like a dragon scale, right? And it's like super powerful.
I like the idea of learning more information.
So we could do that. We're not that far, are we, from them?
From Everhold, you're pretty far.
I guess I'm worried that, I mean, the way that Soul Forger was with us last time, we haven't changed much since then, and I'm afraid that we're not quite ready. But I don't know if I'm just panicking because I don't want another fate like Onyx to happen to one of you guys.
That's why I was saying if we roll up in there with a giant robot.
We do need Romney's
would that
necklace too.
Yeah, I wanted to get. So I mentioned that in text. I don't want to have to go all the way back. Is there a way that I can ask Romney to like cast sending and be like, hey, can you deliver it via pigeon or whatever the fuck, and then skip some steps?
You want to send to who?
I guess the guy that made it, and then I can be like, you know, can you
It
send
should be
that?
in Torvir Deep, right?
I think yes, it is.
Well, entropy is not there,
Yeah, Entropy Lab.
which was the guy who enchanted it.
You could
Yeah.
probably get it enchanted here.
Well, entropy. That's what I was saying. You have it, right? You got it made. You have the necklace. It just needs to be enchanted.
I'm pretty sure also enchanted it.
But entropy is gone before.
You guys are turning into robots. I guess you guys could go ahead and vote, whatever you guys are thinking.
So
I
we need a
wanna-
list of what we're gonna vote on, right? So what are the options, right? The options are go after Soul Forger, which does not seem to be the consensus. Go
Nah,
to Eberholt.
that's one I want.
I mean, what's the other option? I'm not really sure what the other option is that we should.
Whatever you guys want to do.
I mean, do you guys want to go to Eberholt? Is that kind of what you're guys thinking? Because I feel like if we're gonna get robots, it's gonna be there. Personally,
We need to research the robots in general. So let's just say the library. Everybody? Aye?
well, wait. When you say the library, what do you mean?
I mean Everhold, right?
Okay,
That's where we're
yeah,
gonna research this stuff.
that's my feeling. We should go to Eberholt, and Snow might be there. So that's two birds with one stone right there.
Why are you breaking at me?
This is actually a sea monster. I just saw this move.
Probably not.
All right, so you guys are wanting to
I was just
move
thinking-
towards Everholt. While we're thinking about how we want to get there, would you guys like to go talk to the
Fortune hunters and get
Fortune
paid.
hunters, yep.
Yes.
All right. The following morning, after dawn was delivered to Briar, you cross town amongst the other citizens of Thalassa. You return to the building containing the Fortune Hunter, a rowdy space now quieted by the morning's rest. As you enter, one of the kind of large humans within, wearing Thalassan robes, kind of grunts at you and vaguely recognizing you from your previous time in the establishment. What do you want?
So isn't the head just like swinging off of Ven's bag?
Yeah, it's literally just like dangling off of her. Like she's walking around with this hanging off of her at all times now.
We'd like to turn in a job for a Medusa. It's a little old from what I understand, but she's dead. So
Which Medusa is this?
well, this one right here.
Aye, there's Medusas about in the world. Which one specifically?
An elven prison. Vin,
Hold on.
can you inform this guy as to what job you were on?
Vin quickly elaborates on the exact title of the job, when it was issued, and by whom. The man behind the counter kind of looks very confused at her as she tells him that this is a job that was issued over a century ago. And he pulls out this tome from underneath the desk, flips to a page, kind of looking through it. And you can see he's going down this line of all of this filled in information, and there's a blank spot. And he gets to it and kind of reads it. All right. Hold on a second. And he pulls out a I don't know, whatever the medieval people used to count. Not an abacus. I assume they had better stuff than.
Like a scale of some kind, maybe? Like, put money on the scale.
I guess they still used Abakai. That's what Google said. He pulls out an advanced counting board, and he starts kind of like flipping the little beads through it, trying to figure out what's going on. And he does it. Hold on a second. And he stands up and walks through a door in the back. You can hear conversation for just a moment, and then he comes back out. All right, your names, and he starts kind of filling in information.
Or the sloppy knots.
Yeah, he writes down the sloppy knots.
It's in parentheses, heroes of Tovar Deep. Just there's a statue of us.
Sloppy knots.
He writes the sloppy knots because he doesn't care that much. At which point, he slides a very large brown diamond across the table to you. There's your
How much
payment.
is that worth?
5,000 gold.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
The job's been open for 2 centuries. This is the payment for it.
Accounting for interest and inflation?
Indeed, accounting for interest and inflation.
Can brown diamonds be used as for normal diamonds? So if we
Yeah, it still
wanted-
counts as a diamond. It's just brown.
Okay, we should just
The
hand that
preferred
to
industry
Romney
term
then.
is champagne.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is a champagne diamond.
Okay. Well, here, Romney, this is for when we die, and you bring us back.
It's fitting that it's an alcohol diamond.
Indeed.
Oh my god, do they have a beer diamond? We gotta get you one of those.
Sorry, when I say brown diamond, it looks like that. It's not like brown.
I guess I can ask if he has any other jobs that would take us to Eberholt. Since we're
Just that
here and we're
direction.
heading that way. Yeah. Or I think we might stop by in Tidesgate. I don't know how else we'd get there other than going through Tidesgate. So
I
if he
don't
has
have anything
anything
going to Ever, but I do have an escort shipment going to Tidesgate.
I think
If
that's
you're
how
interested.
I'm looking at the map. It looks like when we go through Tidesgate to get to Eberholt, I'm not quite sure.
Technically, you can walk to Everhold from here, but yes, if you want to sail, which is faster, then you would sail to Tidesgate and then walk.
And the escort is by sailing.
Yes.
I mean, it's
So-
not bad.
He's offering you a boat to Tidesgate, and then you can walk across the quiet range to Everhold.
How much to pay?
500 gold a person.
Not bad.
Not allowed to ask any other question.
Can I at least ask whose boat it is?
No. That is included within other questions.
Can I do an insight check? Is this kind of like a slavery type thing?
Sure, you can make an insight. I mean, it's hard to tell what it is specifically without asking him, but there's definitely other things going on. The pay is good, and a shipment going from a very wealthy city to another wealthy city is and requiring enough guards that the 6 of you could just get in and on this shipment is peculiar.
Can I ask him if it's gonna offend my delicate morals?
He kind of looks you up and down at this massive sword strapped across your back. Nah, you'll be fine.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, yeah, I figure if they're slaves, they'll just free the slaves anyway, so sure, we'll take it.
We say this out loud.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, I'll free the slaves if they're slaves.
He just kind of looks at you.
Yeah, fuck it. If we're slaves, I'll free 'em, whatever.
He takes out a sheet, and you watch him. He takes stamps and stamps it for you, kind of furls it up, drops a daub of wax on it, hands it over to you. Present this to the captain. This will go to the captain of the Springer. Find that on the docks here on the eastern side
When's
tomorrow
the boat
morning.
leave? Tomorrow morning is when it leaves? Okay.
There are 6 of you. Should be 4 others going on with you from our guild.
Is there anyone not of the guild that's going to be in the protection crew?
No.
I'm gonna look at him and say, "Are you guys a cult? Because I don't do cults."
Not a cult, just a well-paid guild performing any jobs you need done.
I like money.
And so do we. Welcome aboard, young man.
Oh yeah, Romney never got the option. Do you want to join, Romney? They have the pension plan is not very good, but benefits are okay.
Health insurance is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, they have dental too.
And I.
Do need dental. The Brewers Guild doesn't really cover dental. They do eyes though. Brewers covers eyes though, so that would give me both. Yeah, I'll sign up.
He pulls out a document and starts filling in some stuff with your name and sign here.
Dimitari's just watching on as another friend joins a timeshare.
It is a guild that bands together to make money.
Oh yeah, if you're not part of the guild, your pay is halved.
You really should consider fully joining Demetari.
How come you never tried to recruit
For
me?
this organization.
No.
What do you mean? We have tried to recruit you, I assume. Previously by
We
someone
did it
else.
multiple times, actually. We just haven't
I
brought
have
Romney
no
to the guild
recollection.
yet, because Romney, he was having his experience with Yeldonda while we were here last.
Yeah.
Has
Yeah.
anyone asked what the requirements are of being in the guild? What are your expectations?
Kill stuff, make money. That's what I heard.
Yeah, mostly that.
Yeah, it just means you're not allowed to take outside jobs, basically. You have to do them through the guild.
No. Nope.
So can
Romney
you
signs on the
help
line.
friends who are on outside gigs?
Not for pay.
See, I have no problem killing people not for pay. So that's, when I need to get paid, I can go kill these people. It's totally fine.
What are y'all's opinion on that necromancy order? Just wondering. Like, you guys work together, or?
As it stands currently, we do not have any guild houses in Akaranath, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. All right.
Hey, do you guys have a portable hole I can have?
No.
Can't blame a guy for asking.
Anything else I can do for you?
I think we're good. Do we need to do anything else in the city before we leave tomorrow?
Get blackout drunk.
I need to go grocery shopping.
Yeah, we can go grocery shopping.
You guys can do that today. The ship leaves in the morning.
So,
Save time and get blackout drunk and grocery
Yeah.
shop.
did you want to see your uncle again? Did he go back to the Feywild?
He did leave.
He left, okay. Yeah, then I don't think we have any other business in the city. I mean, obviously we could find what's-his-face that betrayed us and killed him. What was it? Not Vin. Start with a V. Winter something? The guy who betrayed us to Soulforger. We could go
Vertigan?
find him and kill him. Yeah, that guy. We could, yeah, we should do that. Let's go kill him before we leave the city. Can we do that?
Oh, I'm in for that.
Because he definitely betrayed us, and that was kind of a sore spot there.
Oh yeah, and I take that pillow back. Fuck that dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
yeah, and
let's
they
go find him.
kidnapped
We know where he
me.
hangs out. We go kill him.
Smother him with his own pillow.
Exactly. That shouldn't take too long. I mean, what time of day is it right now? You said morning?
Mid-morning.
Yeah, so we have like, 24 hours to kill him.
Yeah, we could be done with that by lunch. Let's go commit some fucking war crimes. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go kill him, and then, we'll get drunk afterwards. Well, go grocery shopping first, then get drunk. So it's a
Oh,
good
we can do
plan.
both. It's fine. Let's combine.
Hey, we got a plan. Romney's just thinking about kneecapping this dude with his flail.
He straight betrayed us. It was pretty evil in the inviting Soulforger in to come and kill us and then disappearing. We were supposed to be friends and then we're not friends. And I warned everyone to not trust him, by the way. I just want to point that out about trusting people and how we shouldn't have trusted him. But let's go kill him.
You've also warned us not to trust our own shadows, so let's not get too hasty on that one.
I'm just saying that you have to have a healthy dose of suspicion. It keeps you alive.
Right, suspicion. Yours is borderline paranoia. So
Did he not betray us?
you're right, but my shadow hasn't. You keep warning me on that one.
I mean, I'm just saying, have you seen your shadow? It looks very, very menacingly at you.
It's pretty much in shape as I am, which is round. So
It could sit on you.
if my shadow attacks me, I'll never question you again. How about that?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Romney's going to constantly keep a half eye on a shadow now. That thing better not get me.
Yeah, no, mine's definitely tricky. It sometimes tries to come at me.
All right, so you guys are heading off to go fuck up Vertigan?
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before we depart from Thalassa in general? I'm going to have to come up with some stuff for you guys to go and fight Vertigan. But other than that, is there anything you guys would like to do?
Grocery shopping and get drunk.
All right, you can definitely do those two things.
I don't have time to craft arrows of damage.
Probably not.
Does the
Would you guys like to sell some of the loot you got from the Medusa?
So
Yeah, we need to
yeah,
sell some stuff and then upchange. Like, get rid of the copper and silver, convert them to gold, upchange everything, and
yeah. So if you look at
consolidate.
we have a lot of stuff in our thing because I have the gold, the silver, and the copper pieces, but there's also all the jewelry we have. We have a bunch of gems. We have the mug, the statuette. So we could definitely sell some of that.
if we can find somebody who's got arrows of damage for sale, that would be a valuable conversion of coin to other value. I don't suppose the guild has got them.
They don't typically sell that sort of thing.
Yeah. There are magical weaponsmiths. Maybe we could go talk to.
Yeah, we probably want to speak to a jeweler because we have a ton of gems and jewelry. So that might be a good first stop.
Gems are nice and lightweight. You carry a lot of value in a gem rather than pounds and pounds of coin.
Well, there's also the carved statue, the bird cage, the tapestry, the mugs, the figurines, and the jewelry. We have gold necklaces, gold rings, silver necklaces. A couple of rings with bloodstones.
I'd like to exchange something that we got for a tiny silver cage that's worth 100 gold pieces.
Sell it for 50.
No, I want a silver cage. I'm not trying to sell.
So, I mean, we have a gold bird cage. Can you maybe exchange that for a silver cage of some kind?
Does it have to be a silver cage?
Yeah, can you use a gold cage for your spell?
Choice.
Hmm.
For my spell, it's silver.
We also need to resurrect Gambi, right?
I also have a really nice cage for my scarab beetle because I still have him.
Well, I mean, we do have a bird cage that is golden with electrum fillerite
How,
or fillery. Yeah,
how big is it?
it's a bird cage. So
Probably
I'm
pretty big.
imagining,
So very
yeah,
large.
decent size. Yeah.
You know, I need something that's going to be able to clip onto like my belt. Like the little cage from Mulan that Ricky's in, that.
Sorry, what was that?
She wants a tiny cage for the little scarab thing.
I mean, you've got the bird cage.
The bird cage is too big.
You could buy a tiny cage for, I don't know. You wanted a fancy cage or a utilitarian cage?
Okay,
I
so
don't know how I
out
feel
of
about you
character.
keeping a beetle in prison.
Out of character, I have a spell that needs a tiny silver cage that's worth 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
But I would also like to use said cage to hold the beetle, so it's like a double purpose thing.
Why you gotta be in a cage?
Because he will crawl under. It's the thing. Wait, you also weren't here for that. This guy likes to burrow under your skin and eat you from the inside
Oh
out.
yeah, it's a flesh-eating scarab.
Ah.
That's right. You weren't here for
His name
That's
is
fair.
Horus.
That's good.
that.
Okay, so he's not a beetle like me. He's a beetle. Okay.
And not a friendly beetle. He's like a people-eating beetle. Yeah, you could spend 100 silver and get such a thing.
It's 100 gold, but yes, I'll do that.
Okay.
Can I be dirty?
Alright, so what stuff are you guys trying to sell? Go ahead and link me whatever it is you're trying to sell, and then I will see how much it's worth.
Also trying to figure out if I can be a piece of shit.
Javid, you wanted to buy arrows of slaying. They cost... They're very... They cost a minimum of 5,000 gold each.
Not slaying damage.
Oh.
Cold damage, fire damage, thunder damage, force damage, something.
Sorry.
I'd make them myself, but I don't have time.
Damn, I don't have it. I was trying to see if I had distort value to see if I could be a piece of shit when we sell things.
So, are we going to exchange all of this stuff?
I say yes. I don't think there's anything in there that we need that's like spell components or anything. So,
Well, I took
guess we-
I think I mentioned this. I did take one of the pearls for my own spell identify. So if anybody needs any gems, I have a note in here that we gave some stuff to Javid and we gave all the diamonds to Romney. So if anyone needs gems, it's probably here, but yeah.
Yeah, I've got
Javid,
the.
Javid, how much does the arrow of damage deal additionally?
The arrow of damage.
Yeah, how much damage does it deal extra?
$3d10 of the named
Okay.
type of damage.
So that would be a. So you can buy one arrow for about 200 gold.
Okay. Of any type of damage.
Depends on the type, I guess. What types are you trying to buy?
Trying to figure out what kinds are available. Like, force, necrotic.
If you want to deal force, that will cost you extra. But if you want to deal like the primary damages, then that would be pretty typical. Yeah, the 200 gold. But force is probably going to cost you more.
All right. Well, we can go with the same range I had before. Cold, fire, and thunder.
All right, 600 gold.
Um, but I want to get a stack of them. So what do we have? 3,000 lying around that I could
So I mean,
convert into.
3,000, like, what is it? It would be 3,700 and something is the total amount in our party fund in coins. And then if you add in all the jewelry and the gems, that's going to get you to another like 6,000 and some. I don't quite know what the mugs and the figurines and all that stuff is worth. So depending on what that's worth, but at a minimum, we have 6,000 some, a rough calculation.
We think we could hawk the figurines and stuff that's, you know, less fungible.
So are you just trying to sell all the stuff that you got from the
Yeah, we probably can, if we could just sell all the stuff and then we can split out the party fund and then people can just buy what they want. That's probably the best.
Let's see. Box of turquoise animal figurines. Man, all this stuff was worth 250.
So if you exclude the gold pieces and the silver pieces, because I already have that in my calculation of the party fund. So all then excluding that stuff, what would it be worth? Because I can, let me do some more accurate math.
You could get 1,125 gold for
So
all of that stuff.
that would put us at around 7,500 total for the party fund. That we would split between 6 people. Or we could leave 1,200 in the party fund and split out the 6,000 so everyone would get 1,000.
I like that.
Okay, let's do that. So we'll leave 12,000 in the party fund and then everyone gets or excuse me, 1,200 in the party fund. Everyone gets 1,000, and then you can spend it on whatever you want. Did anyone take the potions? Because we had the 2 potions, right? The greater healing and the heroism. Who took those?
I think you or Javid did, because you guys said you were the ones who were putting everything in the bag.
Well, I'm asking who should put it in their inventory. Like, we have them in the bag. Right now I'm trying to split out the party fund so I can clear it out and everyone can put what they have on their thing. So like Demetari should have the ring and the spell scroll. Javid has the 5,000, the diamond worth 5,000 from the fortune hunters. Everything else was liquidated. The only things that aren't in the liquidation fund are the potion of heroism and the greater potion of healing. So I'm asking kind of as a party, who should get those?
Just give the heroism to Briar and the healing to Demetar.
Okay, great, awesome, thank you. So please put those in your inventory. Okay, Briar and Demetari. And then I'm gonna clear out the party fund. So all that's in the party fund is 1,200. Everybody else put 1,000, and that way we can kind of clear it out, and that's what we're tracking.
That includes Vin, right?
That includes Ven. Yeah, it's 6 people, right?
Okay.
Am I doing my math right?
I'll give
Okay.
Ven
I
her.
didn't do any math right there. I was just making sure we were including her in our calculations.
Yeah, she should get 1,000 gold.
All right.
I got scale mail I got to get rid of too.
Just regular old scale.
Yeah. And I need to find enchanted plate at some point, but that stuff's going to be very expensive. So.
Depends on what you want, and this would probably be the city to do it. So the scale mail you can get you can sell it for 20 gold.
Okay.
What kind of plate armor are you looking for?
Can I find adamantine plate?
Actually, yeah.
Did you guys say it was a potion of bravery?
Potion of heroism.
Heroism.
Probably
Okay.
lost him.
Perfect signal.
You want a adamantine plate that would run you 500 gold.
Oh wow! All right, I'll sell them the plate that I have and take the adamantine.
Okay. Sorry, hold on. That would be 500 gold on top of the cost of plate, which is. That'd be 2,000 gold for adamantine plate.
Jesus. All right, never mind.
Well, would you like to get +3 plate? You could get that.
Yeah, that's also going to be thousands of gold. Romney has been rocking 0 gold until the party just gave him stuff. So I literally only have the 1,000 that I just got given.
If you had 50,000 gold pieces, you could buy +3 plate.
Sweet.
There is no one in the party who has any. Like, even if we combined all of our money, we wouldn't have enough. I've bought like nothing, and I have 4,000, and that's because I've literally like bought nothing.
Yeah, when I started over with Romney, he didn't have any gold when he went to prison, so I've been running around with a 0. That's why I keep asking for money to go drinking and stuff. And Asriel gives me like 10 gold. And she's like, "Shut up, be on your way." I was like, "Ah, thanks."
I don't know if I
And
give
then
you
I run
10
away.
gold. That seems like a little too much. You can do with the cheap stuff.
All right, 5 gold. All right, I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
sounds more. Yeah. I don't want you in a coma, you know.
Yeah, I get my Romney allowance every once in a while, and then I run around and do stuff.
Because Azriel doesn't like spend money. Like, she doesn't really.
Makes sense. The dead can't really do much with it.
What about a focus? Is there any way I can get like a +1 Yandala focus or anything? Holy symbol? +1 shouldn't be that much.
So I also have been going through my inventory. I realized I have a ledger from the drug dealer, Roderick. So, you know, of all of his customers and stuff that I have picked up. I could go and like, you know, make sure his customers are okay. Maybe that's another thing if people want to do. Otherwise, I happen to have a ledger of people who bought drugs from a guy named Roderick.
The focus would cost you 500 gold if you would like it. And it would add a +1 to your spell attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah, I'll spend 500 on that. I'll just put focus.
Yeah, +1s are cheap. +3s are not cheap.
Yeah.
All right. Unless there's anything else you guys would like to buy or sell prior to going after Vertigan to go beat his ass, I think that would be it.
I think there was talk of a drunken grocery shopping trip.
Oh yeah, Romney's getting shitty and also going grocery shopping to
Yeah. So
obviously make
we had already
Asriel's
agreed.
life hell.
Yeah, so
I'm-
Azriel is not drinking during the drunken grocery shop. However, she is making sure that Romney does not throw up in any shops.
Oh, I'm not throwing up. I'm just the toddler running around touching things.
Yeah, you know, and keep his hands off things.
I think Javid needs
Putting
to get
random
wasted
stuff
and
in my
go
mouth.
shopping
We're
with us.
doing it.
No, don't touch that. That's bad. Don't touch that.
I'm saying we need Javid to get like super wasted on his special drink or whatever it is, and then yeah, let's go brush your teeth.
His root, I can't remember the name of his root that gets him high.
Yeah, that's the one.
Glory.
Yep.
Maybe you can go check on our buddy Snow and see what the hell he's doing.
Can do that. We could make that a little downtime activities. Spy on our former colleague.
All right, let's make a list while we're not wasted, and then get wasted, and then see what happens when we come out.
Oh, I wasn't gonna get wasted. I was gonna make sure you all don't get arrested.
I think it would be more fun my way, but all right.
I mean, do you want to get arrested? That seems like a thing that should not happen.
I guess.
jails here are very accommodating.
Tell if you've had a good time if you don't get busted for it.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, maybe you don't want to be with all the people that are like wicked, and then they try to kill you, and then it's just, it's just better if you kill wicked people outside of jail. I'm thinking,
Fair points. All right, y'all. So what are we trying to eat this next week? We want salted ham.
hot
Not
peppers.
peppers.
Hot
Oh,
peppers.
we have our little packet of
Yeah,
peppers.
I have it on me, the haversack.
Do you want the
But
fresh peppers?
yeah, the fresh ones are better.
All right, all right. Anybody else? What do we need? What do we need? Carrots, peas.
That rabbit you made was really good. I like the rabbit.
I can catch rabbit. We need things to go with the rabbit. You know what I mean?
Pemmican.
Veggie.
Yeah. So let's see. Veggies. Salted ham. Peppers. Rabbit, perhaps? Anybody else? Baking. Let's see.
Oh, you need flour, obviously.
Yeah. Baking soda. Sugar. Yeast. All right, this is our list. Let's see what we get. So Romney, let's get wasted.
Yeah, so they dropped off.
Oh damn.
But
well, we're gonna get wasted, and we're gonna see what happens with our
yes,
grocery
we will
list.
not be wasted. So I think in the order of how things are gonna happen, we're gonna kill Vertigan, then go and buy stuff and get wasted. Well, maybe get wasted and buy stuff. We'll see how it goes. But we definitely will not be drunk when we're killing Vertigan. But we'll be sober for that.
Fair enough. I do have about 20 minutes before my parents get here. So.
Yeah, I think we're
kind of wrapping it up right now.
You guys are going on your drunken shopping spree. Can I get you guys to roll con save at if you are drinking / getting drunk? Can you do it at disadvantage? And if you're not drinking, getting drunk, and you're trying to get everyone to do what you want, can I get you to do a performance, or actually, sorry, persuasion check?
Man,
Fortunately,
my
Briar
constitution's
is just
too
too good. Too good.
I'm not gonna have fun. I hate shopping. This is gonna be terrible.
Yep.
Everybody else is gonna have fun. Damn. Fuck it, I'm doing it.
Romney just ran off, with all the candy and.
Yeah, Romney just giggling ran off with handfuls of sweets, sugary bread.
Oh.
Does Demetari just pass out with that 6?
That's a great question.
That's kind of low. And she doesn't weigh that much.
Maybe I'm just stumbling around and I think I'm holding a conversation with you guys, but it all comes out as gibberish.
Yeah, like when someone's really drunk and they're like, listen! Listen!
Look at that pretty thing over there. Like, is it so pretty? Like, I'm the drunk girl in the bathroom. You
Yeah.
really understand, but you know that she's trying to be positive.
Oh, I've had many conversations with that girl.
My little halfling feet are just pitter-patting her around, stealing shit.
Yeah, you have every sweet imaginable.
At least one of us is having a good time. Damn.
I mean,
All right,
Demetari
Brian,
and yeah,
Sorry, go
Demetari and Romney are definitely. Hold on, let's do Vin's. I didn't do her.
I feel like Briar can choose to be drunk though.
I mean, you
Can I
can't
just be
really.
drinking?
Like,
Like,
when
just there?
you, as a person, have a high tolerance, You
Right.
can't just like make yourself drunk.
You
Like,
just,
Y'all remember Jesse Combs?
Then you
He
just
pretty
keep
much
going.
tried all the time, but he never got there.
I know. Some people just don't get that intoxicated.
Vin got pretty drunk. She rolled a 6.
She also
It's-
are her and Briar having a, or excuse me, her and Demetari
They're
having
having
a
a
drunken conversation.
they're having a great time. I mean,
I'm
it's
counting
Vin's
on y'all
first
to
time
make it
drinking
better.
in 2 centuries.
Give me cookies.
What about Javid? He rolled a 17. Is he just as sober as Briar?
Is Romney? Nah.
No, Javid.
He's sober. He rolled a 17 on his persuasion check.
Yeah. So Briar and Javid are just like not having fun.
Yeah, you guys are trying to
Partner was
corral
gonna
them.
go kill somebody.
Yeah, Javid was promised killing someone, and now he's escorting you guys through your drunken escapade.
No. I said in theory, like we actually go kill someone and then we go get drunk. It's just we can't really go kill someone right now. So this technically happens after we kill someone.
No, we're doing this before you guys go hunt Vertigan.
Okay, fine.
The Vertigan hunting is going to be rather elaborate and involved, I think. He's not the kind of guy to die easy.
I have one day to do it. Damn.
You'll do it tonight. You know, you're going shopping now, and then tonight you're going to sneak in and blast him.
Alright.
That is my MO.
Pretty much. Alright, guys. I hope you had fun. I'm glad you guys all joined me for this. And I hope you're enjoying the campaign. I know we haven't been playing as consistently as we have been previously, but I'm trying. And I hope you guys are excited to do some more.
Well, you'll be done with your summer classes, or you are done with your summer
Yeah,
classes?
I am done.
right?
I'm only working on the LARP stuff right now. I'm
Yeah.
doing shit for that.
And then you start up in the fall, but those shouldn't be as bad, right?
Well, we'll see. I'm taking a pretty heavy load because I'm trying to get it done.
Okay. Well, we'll keep updated. But no, it's fun, and I would like to continue to play.
Okay.
So.
All right. I hope everyone's
Alright.
enjoying it, and I'll see you guys next weekend.